So here we are with a cast of people, just not the cast, we have the filmmaker and the real life hero here with us. So let's start with you, sir. When the filmmakers came to you and said, now this book needs to be made into a film, what was your reaction?
The reaction was, it was something which was not expected. But what was very positive and very, very encouraging was that somebody who had read the book, in this case Siddharth Roy Kapoor, that he was so taken in by this particular book and so excited. And we met over lunch, and I think it took him just 10 to 12 minutes to tell me that, Bali, this story has to be told.
Ishan, coming to you. In my head, I couldn't imagine you because you're still that small little boy for us. And here you are playing a soldier and looks great. The trailer looks great. So when the film came to you, were you sure that this is, yes, I'm ready for this?
One is always looking for parts that excite you as an actor. It's a very rare opportunity to get a part like this so early in your career. So, of course, I felt the weight of that responsibility. But also, I immediately knew when I had my first interaction with Raja sir that this is a strong, substantial story. You know, the fact that we had Balram sir enabling us and encouraging us was a huge asset and a huge blessing. I'll share a story with you. The first meeting that I had with him on Zoom, I remember telling Balram sir, I don't know if I've told you this, Soni ma'am either. I said, sir, I hope you don't mind, I'll be bombarding you with a lot of questions. Said, well, you'll be very happy to know, young man, that one is quite used to bombardment of another kind. You know? So I immediately knew that I'm talking to a man who has experienced it. For him, it's a memory. For us, it's a word, right? Yeah. So it's a huge advantage to have the man himself.
Soni ma'am, we always look forward to your performances.
Oh, thank you.
And I would say we would want to see you more often.
I agree with you. I would like to see more of myself in the films.
But it's such a great time for women in cinema of different ages.
Yes.
Playing this character, why was it different from the other characters that you have played?
I have not played an army wife before, an army officer's wife before, and not in this situation. So, plus this was a real life incident. So that made it all the more, important. And I think just the fact that the character was very well worked out, even though perhaps there's, it's not, the film is not about this, this character, it's about many other things and many other characters. But I felt like when Raja sir first, all credit goes to him, when he did the first Zoom call with me, the way he narrated my character to me, which I don't remember much of, because it was a long half an hour discussion about only Shanta. I thought I was the most important person in the film. Yeah. That got me immediately. Since you asked the question that what was different, I said, wow, I've never played this character before. She's fabulous. She's, obviously I knew that it's not that. But I loved the fact that he had thought so much about this character. Trust me, I've worked with so many directors, and they're all wonderful directors. But we don't get the chance to, in peripheral roles or the roles which are not the sort of the lead role. We don't get that amount of thought normally put into the character that comes to us in the first place.
Ma'am, but if I have to say right now at this stage of your career, if there's any role that you really want to do, what would that be?
Just a really good role, man. Any role. कुछ भी दे दो मुझे Dracula बन जाओ. बनवा दो. I don't care. But I just want a really good role.
We know what Pipa is, but why is it called Pipa?
It's called Pipa because this is one of those rare tanks which has armor plating, which is not, or it is as much as a policeman's helmet. Whereas most tanks have armor plating, which is at least 40 times more. Now, because of this lightweight and the shape of this particular tank, it was possible to convert this into a amphibious tank. And amphibious means to be able to float in water. And why it is called Pipa is because some of the Punjabi troops who saw it for the very first time tank entering the water, floating and firing. And his immediate reaction was, Pipa tair raha hai, right? He could only relate it to what he saw in his village.
घी का डब्बा जो डब्बा होता है इन
Yes, ghee ka dabba.
Thank you guys. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.